So we got about 10 minutes to chop it up. I want to jump right into DJ Khaled.
Why?
Just put out a project called Father.
Explain yourself.
Asahd.
Explain yourself.
I just want to talk about like just, you know, for one, it's out there. You know what I mean? People are seeing it. How Khaled moved. Like I like to look at what he's doing and can we incorporate some of those strategies as well.
I love that he always uses his son. At least in his latest projects. Yeah.
I think that's dope.
On the cover is him and his son, but now he's older. Like the first one, it was the baby sitting in the jacuzzi. And then now this one is both of them. He's sitting down and his son is standing up, but they're wearing the same outfit.
So he's like prepping the world.
Yeah, man.
For his son.
The dude's always saying, you a mogul. You a king. You got the keys.
Which is dope, by the way. Like I think, what do you think, Brent? I know this is the. Go ahead. What are your thoughts on that?
He's gonna be like the Illuminati is controlling.
What do you think about? Be more specific.
What do you think about DJ?
The Illuminati
Khaled?
is controlling.
Because
DJ
I like
Khaled.
what Gil. I didn't want to go this way, and I feel like this is one of those topics that we're not gonna do this in 10 minutes. But I like
That's
where it's going. So DJ Khaled, what do you think about him celebrating his son in the way that he does? That in the way that we don't normally see people celebrate their kids like that out in the open as a celebrity.
Well, not even celebrity, but just setting them up for success in general.
But that's a thought, Gil. That's what I'm asking Brent. Like, what do you think
I guess
about
that's
just what he's doing?
Preference. I don't think I'd be able to protect my. I don't think I would be able to feel like I could adequately protect my kids like out in the limelight if I put them out there like that. You know what I mean? Like,
but what if it wasn't limelight? Like, what if you were setting them up early, like teaching them young, about business, you know, and being successful? It doesn't necessarily have to be social media and public entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, positive reinforcement is good, right? You know, he's telling his son good, positive things. Sometimes some of the things that you say can run the trail of maybe narcissism. I don't know in the long run, but like, I don't know is he preaching death? You know. That level of worldliness, I mean, is different, you know, from us. We're believers, so we have a different standard than Khaled got. But
in regards to how Marrio is saying, like us as believers, should we take time to invest in our children that early to set up them for success, or should you wait till they become of age, like 18, which is a typical standard of society? They wait till they're like out of college, and then they're like, all right, let's help you get this business going. He's taking the approach of like, you're 10 and you're gonna learn business. You know?
Yeah, we should do that. I mean, if my son at 10 years old, I'm like, I tell him all the time, you gonna learn how to cut hair, because when you go to college, it's a good way to make money.
For real.
And you don't want to be working at CVS
the dope hustle in college.
Walmart, you know what I mean? Like, if that's not what you want to do, it's an easier hustle. It's going to come to you. You can stay in your dorm. So I educate them in that perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I tell you, you're going to learn to cut hair. It's not something that I'm going to ask you if you want to do. I'm going to teach you so that way it could be of benefit to you at some point in your life. And then when it's not, you know, move on. I want you to do bigger than me. So I tell them. So yeah, I do think believers should tell their kids, you know, teach them how to run a business, you know, like, all right, let's go flip this lemonade out front. Like, all right, the lemons cost $6.99 and we got the water, we got the sugar, that's how much it costs. We got to flip this many, that's business. And then we're going to save a portion to reinvest, and then we're going to save a portion to keep in the bank. And then you have a little bit of wiggle room when we start making more production, then you can start spending. So yeah, as long as they can absorb it, why not? Not evil.
I love it, because honestly, since I've thought about being a parent, and like really wanting that desire, that's something that's been big in my mind. Is I want to teach my kids how to think for themselves and think. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to teach them to be selfish, but in regards to opportunities and events that happen in their lives, how to actually look at them for what they are and don't allow society to mold their way of thinking, and do what's real, not what society expects. For an example, weddings. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it is a socially acceptable thing for you to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars for something that doesn't actually benefit you. You're partying for other people and you walk away hopefully without debt, but you just spent mad money that you could have reinvested into a home, finances, to improve your finances, start a business. What can you do with 50,000 you can't do with $5,000? And just invite the people you love, have some good food, and celebrate love, which is marriage. So those types of things I want to teach my daughter. Like, yo, don't get sucked into society where they tell you need to think like this and you need to do things like this. And those are one of the things I want to give her as an option. If the Lord blesses me with finances, I'm gonna be like, look, I can give you a dope wedding and give you soup to nuts, or we can invest this money and get you a home.
He's trying to be cheap already.
And
look,
and it'll help pay for your honeymoon as well. So
money.
You'll actually get to do something. You're gonna get the same amount.
Summer house.
No, I'm saying I'm spending the same amount.
PR.
I'm saying the same amount
in Puerto Rico.
Yo, shut up! I'm actually saying something of value.
All I heard was
I'm saying you get in the same amount. You could have a $50,000 wedding, or you could take $50,000 and use it to buy a home and a dope vacation that's actually for you and your husband. And we could throw a nice little wedding with the real family that loves you, that really wants to see you grow,
slick with it,
and willing to invest in your life. And let's get this popping,
bro. Wisdom.
Real.
That is tips for all dads out there.
It's wisdom, though.
It is.
I hope y'all see this. If you guys have a friend like this, rebuke him in the name of Jesus.
But not that. Like, you think about it, like, coming from the perspective of how people like us grow up, and it's just like how we got here to be able to bless you like that wasn't easy for us. Like, it's. There's not too many things in this world that's more discouraging than being broke, right?
Yo,
so,
for real.
Let's be,
Call in, bro. Now's the time to call in.
So, yeah.
Carl just said, our special guest just said, I'm planning a wedding right now.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Your wife might get mad at me, but let's talk about it.
He said, appreciate that jewel, girl. All right, so listen, use that same jewel when you become a dad.
Yo, that conversation is happening with my daughter. Real talk. I'll be like, I will give you the dope wedding if you want it, but do you really want to spend it all on something that's for one day that people are just going to talk about? Or you can use this money that something's going to affect you forever. A house and a dope vacation for your husband, that's a dope thing that will be with you forever.
That's a dope tradition to start.
I'm lucky though.
Heck yeah. I hope everybody does this, because I think the wedding industry is crazy.
Oh yeah, I lucked out though. I got 3 boys, so I ain't gonna be dropping no 50 stack.
I did not.
Get a bag of chips.
I got a daughter, but no, it's a blessing, man. I love it, and those are just things that come along with getting a daughter. You got to protect them. You got to be there for them in every way, all the way up until marriage.
There you go. Hit gems for that. Let's give him gems. Let's give him gems.
And I love that.
3 is good.
And I love it.
Some hand claps.
I get some hand claps.
A little bit of hand claps. Good job, Gil. Very good gems. So, to recap.
We're going to continue to talk about this.
To recap.
Because Prayer Plug is planning a wedding. We got to help him.
Great. And so this was like a wedding theme or something?
I guess so. Unintentional.
What is this? We play the song like...
I know, right? I think the spirit of wedding is in the air.
It's summertime.
Spirit of wedding.
It's summertime, man.
2 Ds.
Everybody trying to